Greetings everybody, welcome to day 3 of our Odyssey up in the Lake District. Now at the end of yesterday's video we said that we might do Ninebarrow at the end of the day because we were looking down on it from Scafell and it looked quite harmless at that point, but we had to drive all the way around the Lake District. It took about an hour and a half to get to the parking spot.
We should have pointed out in yesterday's video, I said it is impossible to get there without driving. Of course it is possible to get there by walking,
yeah,
but it would have created about a 25-mile route for us, which we probably weren't, or my knees at the very least, weren't capable of doing.
So after that big long drive, after a bit of dinner in the car park as well, we kind of looked at Ninebarrow from the bottom, looking upwards, and we decided that we'd rather sit down.
It's quite rare for us actually, so that tells you how knackering yesterday's walk must have been. So that's Ninebarrow over there, and we've still not climbed it. We're going to do that tomorrow actually. So we're at the top of Illgill. Illgill?
Yes.
Not Illgill Head, no, Illgill.
I think so.
Illgill. I'm pretty certain it's Illgill.
I want to check now.
I've actually, no, Illgill. We'll say Illgill for now. And Joe will check while I talk.
While you talk, yes.
So I've actually done this with my mum. Mama Whitley and me came up here. I seem to remember slightly less view when we did it because I think it was raining and miserable and grey.
So I'm glad you're up again. This is the one when we did our Wandering Minstrels episode last year up here. As it,
we were about 2 kilometres in that direction.
Yeah.
We were going to do this one and then realised we couldn't be bothered to carry the equipment or the instruments an extra 2 kilometres.
Yeah.
Or in fact an extra 4 kilometres because we'd have had to have gone back as well.
So we're here today instead.
And oh my gosh, is it glorious.
It was a better day for it.
Done a little bit of drone footage up here. This is the easiest part of today's walk though because we're actually heading over to, well, we think we might do Slide Side next and then Scafell. Not to be confused with Scafell Pike, we've already done that a few times. Yeah. So
Scafell is almost as tall as Scafell Pike, but it's not quite the highest mountain in fair England.
No, but lots and lots of walkers are heading up in their droves. Because it is a Saturday today, heading up to Scafell Pike. So we're hoping actually that we'll be on the top of Scafell, seeing crowds of people at the top of Scafell Pike, but we'll be having a lovely quiet moment on our own on the peak just to the side of it. We are going to cover today around about, it's about 5,500 feet up and then 5,500 feet down. So we're going to slap on some sun cream and get cracking with the next bit. Was it Illgill Head?
Illgill Head, yeah.
Illgill Head.
Songs through the heart, days light, fledglings in bobbing flight, low across sun, baked sands, sprites of this humble land.
Well, hello. Hello. We are finally at the top of Scafell.
All the way up.
Well, how long have we been walking now?
We've now been walking, it's asking us if we want to pause.
Don't pause.
I don't want to pause it. We've been going 3 hours and 50 minutes,
okay.
6.6 miles.
So basically 2 hours it took us to get up Illgill Head. 2 hours it's taken us to get up here. This has been, I would say, one of the more challenging climbs. We're both feeling it a little bit. Trying to find a spot for a decent little Whitley 360. It's unfortunately a bit too busy up here to fly the drone. We need to make sure.
Above the cloud line as well, so you're not going to see much on one half of the 360.
Well, maybe we'll just do a Whitley. Should we do a Whitley 180? I think this is as good a spot as any.
You can see all the crowds that are forming on Scafell Pike. They've climbed all the way up and they're now queuing to get a top of themselves on top.
So that, oh, quick. Okay, that behind us, that's pretty much the summit cairn of Scafell. And as we come over that there in the clouds, that's Scafell Pike, and there is literally a queue about a half mile long to get to the top there, and then
down to a beautiful valley.
I'm gonna rotate you around. It is a glorious day. It's not quite as sunny as they forecast, but
we're heading down
take it.
towards Slide Side, which is now in the cloud.
Which is now in the cloud. That's where we're heading, and we're hoping not to come back off the way we've just come up.
Because that would be quite tricky.
Because it really was hard work. So yeah, regretfully no drone from the top here, but we do follow the rules. I do not fly it if there are other people around, because it's A, it's not safe, and B, it's not what they signed up for when they wanted to climb a mountain today, and we're always very conscious we don't want to ruin anyone else's day. So, onwards to Slide Side, our final one of the day.
Your home to the can-crowned mountains, to the spray-soaked sand, to the field-fringed hillside, as you walk this land.
Oh, wow.
Well, there we go. We've done it. 3 that we planned. Illgill Head, Scafell, and we are now Slide Side. We're sat atop it. We thought we were on it a moment ago, and then realised this emerged from the cloud, and we were like,
could it be a false summit if you're on the way down? It seems a bit of a misnomer if it's a false summit, but you're actually descending. But
cloud made it a false summit. How many do we have left now? 3 Wainwrights left. The idea that yesterday we were considering that we might do this one and then go and do the other 3 afterwards.
It's for the birds.
It's for the birds. Give it its 9 minutes to 3 now. We've been going for how long? 5 hours?
5 hours, yeah.
We've been going for 5 hours. It's not going to take us 5 hours to get back,
I hope
because we are going to go another way round.
We're going to find our own way back down home. There's technically not a route on the map, but that's not stopped us before.
But we have done our 5,500 feet of climbing up. Because we're not going back the same way, no, we may have slightly less climbing down to do, I think. But it's still going to be a fair amount. Yeah. Anyway, we're covered in flies.
Absolutely covered,
We're not sure if they're biting us or not.
Just stuck in our sun cream, I think, is probably what's happened.
So one more update tomorrow, and then we'll be done.
Always be unchanged, and the map and compass always guide you down.